morning, good evening, afternoon to all of my sweet kikis. I am back with another video. I hope you guys are having a great day because I am. I am in the kitchen as usual cooking, and sometimes you'll catch me out at a restaurant, but because of the high cost of groceries and eating at a restaurant, I can't afford to eat out every day. But on the real, I do love and enjoy cooking for my family and myself. And today, I'll be preparing banana pepper chicken and homemade cornbread with cabbage and sweet potato. So I'll be I'll be cooking on top of the stove, in the oven, and in my air fryer today. You just heard my stove beep because I preheated my oven to 350 for my banana pepper chicken, as well as my cornbread I'll be putting in the oven. I want to do that first because you always should cook and start with whatever takes the longest. So my chicken and then my cornbread would take the longest. The chicken would take the longest, but then the cornbread, and then I'm gonna cut up my cabbage because cabbage does not take long at all to cook. And my air fryer cooks very quickly, so I'm putting my sweet potatoes in that. Normally the sweet potato would take just about as long as the chicken would take, or even longer depending on their size. But I have small sweet potatoes because we don't eat a lot. Since I got a lot to cook today and we have a lot to eat, we got small sweet potatoes. Normally we have the big gigantic ones, but today. So let's get on with this video. All right. My stuff has been pre-washed. I'm going to be using my glass pan to put my chicken in. But first, I have chicken legs. If you see, they already pre-washed. I'm drinking some of this water. All right, normally I season my chicken in the sink, but for you guys to see, I have to season it in front of the camera. My daughter pre-washed it. She left a little feather on that fella. But I thank her for my help. She's been helpful to me. All right. So what I have to season with is my McCormick Montreal steak seasoning. Although it says steak, they say it's good on steak, burgers, and pork, but I like it on my chicken too. And I have some garlic powder. Some onion powder. This is Badia. You can get any garlic and onion powder you like, but that's what I have. So I'm gonna shake. Use the big side. I'm gonna shake some of this Montreal seasoning into this bowl, and this is quicker than doing it in a sink. But growing up, that's how your parents taught you. Well, Southern parents taught us how to season. And you also save on dishes doing it this way. But to save time, I'm going to put it on top of that like that. And I'm gonna stir them up, stir them up, stir them up. Can you help me say stir them up? And it mixes really well. Now, if you wanted to have it marinated, you could have did this the night prior, or at least 4 to 6 hours earlier, so it can be good and marinated. If I see hair on there, I have to get it off. Chicken feathers, rather. I'm gonna put a little bit more of both, all 3 seasonings on top here, because this Montreal do have salt in it. It does. Coarse salt at that. So I'm just gonna do that one more time, because you want to make sure your stuff is good and seasoned. What I do, I like my stuff to be good and seasoned. And onion powder and garlic powder, you can put as much as you like, because it does not have salt in, not the powder. But you have to be careful not to buy, well, if you have the garlic salt, because sometimes I get the garlic salt with parsley in it. You have to be very careful with that seasoning, because it has salt in it. All right, I got them fellas, ladies and gentlemen, all seasoned up. Got them legs together. See, that's good and seasoned right there. And I'm just gonna, the way you lay it into the bowl, I'm sorry, the way you lay it into your dish, and you may want to line your dish with aluminum foil. Some people do that to keep from having to scrub. But if you soak your dish after, I like it to be directly on the dish. That's just me. But sometimes I will line it with aluminum foil to help with easy cleanup. But the way I line my chicken leg, I put one to the head and the other to the foot. Like that. She upstairs, baby. She upstairs. She upstairs with your mommy. This way you don't have to, you can worry about, this way you can have more chicken in it if you align it that way. Oh, there we go. Let me get another one down there. See that? Rotate your chicken. That's what I'm putting the season on you, brother. Hey, y'all stop him playing with him. He's screaming.
Hey, babe.
Tell them I'm recording and stop making him scream.
Cool.
I'm recording. What you need? Tell me.
That rug, you want me to throw it away?
The black one? No? All right, so I got all my chicken legs, and here's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 in a family pack that I bought from Sam's. I'm gonna get my seasoning and put it right on the top of it, baby. And let me just take this over to the sink and rinse this out. put that in the dishwater. And I wash my tongs because I need my tongs to go into my banana peppers. These are my olive banana peppers. Mild rings. I use the mild ones. They have hot ones too. Oh, this one say hot. Oh Lord. I had another jar of mild ones. I don't know how we picked up the hot ones, but I can't use the hot ones in this meal because my grandson will be eating something. He'll be talking about, ha, ha, and he loves chicken. So I ain't gonna do my baby like that. So I just take your jar of banana peppers and you're gonna pour the juice over your chicken as well because you want that seasoning from the banana pepper juice to marinate your chicken as it cooks. I like to spread my banana peppers out because I like to have banana pepper on each chicken, each piece of chicken, because I can use this over my rice. And I'll be making some, I said I was gonna make some yellow rice, but I'm gonna do some jasmine rice today. So you see how them banana pepper rings are all over that? And I also want to use my banana peppers in my cabbage. And I just take some of that juice and then the juice from the I make sure I pour it over each chicken, and the juice also from the chicken is gonna mix in with these banana peppers. All right, I have some diced onion. My daughter already cut up for me. Pull that apart. Sliced, rather, they're not diced. Sorry. But I just spread these fellas over my chicken just like I did my banana pepper. This is gonna be a good seasoning for your over your cabbages and over your rice. If you want to use brown rice, you can use brown rice. If you want to use yellow rice, that's fine. Yellow rice has it. Yellow rice, most yellow rices have their own seasoning when you buy it already prepackaged. And you're like, why you put so many onions on here? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I love, when I say love, I love onion. Anybody that know me? No. I love onion. So I'm putting the rest of these onions to the side because I'm putting these in my cabbages. Boom, boom. I have red and green bell pepper already pre-sliced. My daughter helped me with that. Then I'm gonna put over these as well. She used a whole bell pepper and a whole red bell pepper and a whole green bell pepper. Look like the green bell pepper was larger because I got more here. But I'm gonna use some of my bell pepper to go in my cabbage. So there we go. Ta-da. Ta-da. All right, you see how they look like a Christmassy color? Welcome. And there you go. Banana pepper chicken. Now, let me fold this. I'm going to use 2 pieces because of the size of my pan. And yes, I keep my foot on top of the food, baby. Just like back in the day. My pantry is full with food, thank God. Hallelujah. My meal barrel hadn't run dry. Thank you, Lord. All right, I seal that up. And I'm gonna stick this in the oven since it's already preheated. Let it start cooking.
They're gonna be good.
Now I'm gonna do my cornbread next. I like my little square pan, rectangle rather, and I'm gonna saturate this fella with my Pam. Some people use oil, the oil it with the hands or Crisco or whatever. I use Pam with canola oil, original. And be careful with the spray, because it can choke you. Don't say I didn't tell you. Let me pull out my juice drink. I'm getting a little hungry. I ate yogurt. I ate yogurt for breakfast, y'all, and that ain't do too much for me, diabetic. So I have a fresh juice from my niece at Giving a Chance to Enhance in Albany, Georgia, where she make these juices. I have a juicer myself, but sometimes it's very expensive. Go ahead. You got to unlock the door. See you later. You got to but you have to purchase fresh vegetables, and it could be expensive, so I just purchased it from her. This is the carrot, ginger, and apple juice. Very good. And that's Giving a Chance to Enhance, Albany, Georgia, 711 South Jackson Street, Albany, Georgia. Hey. All right, so I'm making my cornbread. I use Martha White, self-rising buttermilk cornmeal. And I'm not gonna measure, I'm just gonna pour it, let it be used by eyesight. Ooh. Dusty. And you always can add, just like you do with grits, if it's not enough to your liking. You can always add more to thicken it or loosen it. All right, I'm gonna crack 1 egg because I'm using mayonnaise rather, not mayo. Using mayonnaise in this mix because normally I would put 2 eggs and some buttermilk or milk. But I'm just gonna use my 2% milk versus buttermilk and my real mayo. And what I'm lacking in milk, I use lactate because sometimes regular milk messes with my stomach too bad. Put a little grapeseed oil, about a tablespoon. Just a little bit. I'm gonna put about a half a cup of of mayo in this because it's not that much. I have some onion and bell pepper that was left over, and I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm gonna add my onions and bell pepper in here. Give it some flavor. I ain't cut up no more, I just use these because didn't want them to go bad. And that is an onion and bell pepper mix. You can cut up your own onion and bell pepper if you like. And I'm gonna use a can of corn. Let me drain my corn. What, baby? When you drain your corn, drain off the water that it comes in. And I also rinse it. I'm leaving my water on so it can get hot. I drain the water that it comes in, and then I also rinse it with some fresh water. To rinse some salt off of it. You're like, why is she putting all that in there? Well, it's good to me. You don't have to do this. You can just not use the corn and onion and bell pepper. But I'm from the South. We like it like that. Every now and again. Alright, so I'm going to pour my milk into my mixture. This is about a cup because I already used buttermilk cornmeal. I got my water running because I need to put in some hot water in here. So I'm whisking. If my milk does not get the consistency that I want it to be, that's when you add the hot water to it. So I got more hot water running to make sure my water get hot. Make sure you stir down in here to get the dry meal from the bottom. And mix and stir. Oh, I'm not gonna need it. No water. That was enough. So I feel my meal about right here, if you can see the line right there. And so when I started mixing everything, this is a medium-sized bowl, I guess, or a small bowl. I have one smaller than this, that's why I said medium. And what the mayo is gonna have it to do is it's gonna rise up like cake. I was looking for my wooden spoon, y'all, but it must be in the dishwasher. So I'm gonna take this. I like to do it like this because I like to cut it in loaf. When but I have a square glass pan too, and look like I need to use it for this, but I'm not. It's gonna be light and fluffy. Now normally I would have more bell pepper and onion in here, but I was just using that bell pepper and onion. Since I used my bell pepper and onion, that's why I added my corn. So to give it some flavor. Oh, I didn't even have to use it. Now, if you like your consistency a little bit thicker, then you do that. Sometimes mine be a little thicker, but today I'm going with what I got. How about that? And I'm gonna stick this in the oven. I put it middle ways of the oven. And I turn it the long way. let me set my strainer. I'm getting ready to do my cabbage now. And this is my strainer I use. I got this from Bed Bath & Beyond some years ago. I like the way it stretches across my sink, so that's why I got this. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting my cabbage. I had took this cream cheese out, and I was gonna use cream cheese in my meal, but I say, well, let me just use my meal and save my cream cheese for cakes and something else, and my grits. Get a little more juice, get a little warm here. All right, so I have a green cabbage. And I like to get the one with the green leaves, because sometimes I know people in the country, they like to take the green leaves off of cabbages and add to the cabbage that they got, or they just like the green leaves and cook the green leaves of the cabbage and not the rest of the cabbage. So I'm gonna cut these and go ahead and rinse them and put my stuff on so I can start cooking, because you have to I need to get my knife. But as I was saying, you have to cook the green leaves longer than the rest of the cabbage. So that's why you cut this first. So I'm gonna wash these. And then put these on so they can be cooking while I'm cutting up the rest of the cabbage. Now I've already got my banana pepper chicken in the oven. I got my cornbread in the oven because they take the longest. And now I'm working on the cabbage because I got to cut it. Versus going ahead and put my sweet potato. My sweet potato ain't gonna take that long because they're gonna be in the air fryer and it cooks faster. So let me take this over to the sink. What you think? All right, wash these right quick. In cold water, wash it in cold water. So I'm gonna leave them in my bowl. I put it in to wash it, and then I'm gonna strain it and put it over in the pot. All right, got them straining. And the thing about cabbage, you don't have to soak them like green unless you got them straight out of the field, honey. Then you have to soak them things like you do green. So I have my pot on the stove over, my pot on the stove over here. Turn my fan on. I'm gonna heat this up. And I'm gonna be using grapeseed oil because I'm gonna fry my cabbage. I don't have any cooking, well, I do have cooking meat, but I'm not gonna put any cooking meat in my cabbage like most Southerners do. And yes, I do it sometimes. I'll use neck bone, smoked turkey necks, smoked turkey wings. Like smoked turkey wings the best. I'll use fresh turkey wings. Sometimes I use fatback. Sometimes I use bacon. But I have shunned away from using meat in my cabbage or greens, vegetables. But I do sometimes. Sometimes I use pigtails rather, because sometimes we want to eat something. But I have shunned away with cooking my vegetables in meat for years, and I don't do it a lot. But a Southern girl do love some meat in her greens every now and again. Don't we now, Michelle?
We do.
But I'm gonna be using now, because this grapeseed oil is more expensive for this size. This is only a 51 fluid ounce size, 1.5 liter, and it costs every bit of $9 or more. Sometimes $14.99, depending on when you get it. I get it mostly when it's on sale. So this is olive berry grapeseed oil. It's different brands, so but I like this one. Or you can use some vegetable oil, coconut oil, whatever your oil you like to use to cook with. Olive oil. I don't like olive oil. I don't like the taste of it. I like olives, but I don't like the oil. Unless I'm finna get anointed, hunted. So I'm putting this oil in the bottom of the pan. I just got enough to coat the bottom of the pan, and then I put my green part, my greens of my cabbage in. You have to get a good knife, cut this cabbage big, cause it ain't gonna play with you. I normally cut it in quarters. Look at that knife. Yes, God. You gotta keep your knife sharp around this piece. Long. I've been cutting that tip trying to open up a jar. I broke that tip. But it's all good in the neighborhood. I still can use it. It ain't hurt. See how good they cut? Now there's a core right there. So when I get to it, I normally just cut it off and chunk it away. So we're gonna go down this cabbage just like this right here. I try to use as less dishes as possible. You can cut this as thick or as thin as you like, but this is how I like mine, so. All right, I'm down to that core, so I'm gonna cut that out. Show you. Cut this little core piece off right there. We're gonna discard. Get that little piece right there. And we're gonna discard and keep chopping. Put it in the bowl. My grease should be ready. So I'm gonna put my greens in. Why you gotta be so mean? I hear them cabbage frying. also popping like that because the cabbage is wet. I'm seasoning this with some salt, some black pepper, I'm gonna use my onion and garlic powder. I'm gonna mix this up. That's smelling good. Got that going. As I told you, I'm gonna cut this part out. Be careful with your knife though, because it's hard. But it take the green part of the cabbage to cook longer and get tender. So I'm going ahead and fry that first. Now the seasoning I just used are the same seasoning I'm gonna use throughout seasoning this cabbage. Come on out of here. Come on out. Be free. All right, so we're gonna cut this cabbage the same way. Now, you're gonna cook that chicken for about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm gonna check on it in 45 minutes to see if it's softening and beginning to starting to come away from the bone. If it is down around the ankle, then I'll take my foil off of it and leave it in there, and you can turn it on broil to go ahead and brown, but you have to watch it if you're gonna put it on broil. But I just leave it at the temp it's on, which is 350, and let the chicken brown on top, because I prefer not to eat white chicken that look white, because it don't look done to me. My husband don't like it either.
Daughter don't either.
We don't like it like this. Will we eat some? As long as it's done, yes. But when I'm cooking it myself, I like to cook it like that. I'm like God. I tell you, I'm like God. I don't have no respect to food or no respect to person. Okay? And don't get it twisted. I love food. I don't like food. I love it. I'm just trying to heat it down to 72. And see how quick cutting the cabbage is? All right. We're about done with this fella. I'll bring y'all over to the stove when I start putting in my bell pepper, onion, and banana peppers. Girl, you had gave me the banana peppers that said hot. I ain't know we had one that said hot. I said, ooh, I can't put them on there. I'm glad we had another jar that said mild.
I mean, it shouldn't be too hot once you cook it.
They do. For Zaya. You gotta think about Zaya. He can say anything spicy. Now, I'll eat it. I don't mind. But since the baby got to eat some food, I can't do it.
So when it said hot and when it said
Mild. So even the mild can be spicy sometimes. I'm going to rinse these in some cold water. I'm going to wash this cabbage off my And because I got to oil these bad babies down. I got to oil my sweet potato down on my board. Oh, let me these on and put these cabbages over. Take these off for a little bit. I'll add the rest of my cabbages in. All right, I don't know about you guys' eye, but my eye cooks a little fast. And let me bring you guys around to my bring you around to my. Am I gonna be anywhere? I need to put you on the other side. All right. So what I'm gonna do is add some bell pepper to the mix. Cause the reason why I do it like this, cause I like to have consistency through and through. And I'll put some onion. In there as well. Some banana peppers. You season your vegetables with vegetables, so. Y'all hear that? Cabbage make their own water. So you don't have to worry about drenching these in water because they're gonna make their own water. I like to get it all in there to the last drop. Yeah, baby. All right. Wipe this grease and pop everyone. Wipe that up. So I won't catch my stove on fire. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna season these cabbages again with salt And you put your salt and pepper in there to your liking. Nobody's in that room. Your mama upstairs. Your mama's upstairs. Some black pepper. Onion powder. Garlic powder. We're gonna put the rest of the red and green bell pepper. And the remainder of my onions. We're gonna put our banana peppers. Excuse me. Excuse me. And we're gonna mix this up. See the colors? Ooh, don't fall out. Don't fall out on me, baby. So what I'll do is, I'm gonna cover this so that it can start making its own juices. And then I'm gonna come back and I'll come back and stir it up. Sometimes you have to add more seasoning. Depends on how much you have in there. So let me show you what I'm gonna do to these right quick. Almost done. This is my pot from a deep fryer. I'm gonna take my grapeseed oil and rub these down so they can cook better. See it? I've already pre-washed them, so I'm anointing these fellas. Be anointed in the name of Jesus. Be ye anointed and appointed for our bellies this evening, Lord. Sweet potato, sweet potato. Sweet potato, Now, if you like, you can put a little sugar or cinnamon on these. But I don't put anything but the oil. So I'm washing my hands. That way this gives oil and it gives it, and some people may use butter, whatever your preference of oil is. It gives the outside a good crisp and you'll be able to eat it if you like. Some people like to eat their skin. I don't particularly, but hey, I'm going to put this in my air fryer. I'm setting this air fryer on air crisp. No, I'm sorry. Bake, and I'm gonna do 350 for 15 minutes. If 15 minutes is not long enough, once you check them, then you can set them to cook longer. Well, I got done prepping my food. I'm getting ready to put on my rice, which you just follow the directions on your rice. I'm using jasmine rice. To me, it doesn't matter what type of jasmine rice. Mahatma, I think that's how you say it, right? Whoever makes jasmine rice. I normally run across some good jasmine rice, so I get different brands. So I'm gonna follow the instructions for the jasmine. Hey, baby, and put that on. Put a little salt in my water. Just put my rice in it, and that's it. No butter, no nothing like that. Just a little salt in the water. All right. I'll see you guys on my next video where we'll be eating this dinner. Will be lunch. We'll be eating this lunch today, and you can see how everything came out. All right. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Peace. God bless.